Yeah, right now we are working on 3 albums. I've written and recorded the basic tracks for 27 songs. That'll be 3 albums, 9 songs each. The first one is going to be called The Curse of the Wild Dogs, which is kind of a joke on, well, what happened was in 1998, after quite a while of not playing, I put together a lineup of 3 guys. After Kurt James had come up here and played with me and this drummer, and we decided to continue it with a different guitar player, and got booked with Great White and Dawkin at the local large venue in Portland, Oregon, where I was living, and I went down to go pick up the posters, and they handed it to me, and the posters had Wild Dogs. I said, that's not the name I gave yet. I think I gave them Evil Genius because I had backdrops made. Actually, I painted them. It was the old days, you know. You had to do things by hand. And so I said, no, you are the Wild Dogs. Without you, there was no Wild Dogs. When they had a different singer, it wasn't Wild Dogs. You are the Wild Dogs. So I said, okay, and that's what you're going to be booked as, like it or not. And same thing happened in Germany. They said, no, let's book you as Wild Dogs. It has a name. And I can tell you from doing local shows for years, if I'm not in a large club, it's a very small turnout. So I finally, last year, I just dropped the whole Wild Dogs name altogether and went back to the original band that the band I had my first recording contract with before Wild Dogs in 1980. And it was punk and new wave, and we played the, punk clubs in Portland. I think there was 2. Actually, no, there's 3. There's Long Goodbye and Urban Noise, and the Metropolis, which was an underage gay club. And we filled in for Chris Newman's band, the Untouchables, because they got tapped to play at the Paramount Theater with April Wine. And so we went and did that. But I came from, the new wave, the original music scene in Portland. Anyway, I decided to let's go back to there. The producer of my first album was Andy McKay, who you see here with a Grammy, and he had been in the business. He was JFK's publicist at Salters and Roskins, a huge New York publicity firm. He said he'd just gotten out of the Navy, and then, Kennedy got assassinated, so his job went bye-bye, and he got a job offer from Clive Davis to work at CBS as head of publicity. So he did that for, 20 years. He worked with everybody. Then he was on his way from New York to move to Los Angeles and take over MCA, publicity department, and he stopped and helped this guy start an independent label, Matchbox Records. I was the only rock act on the label. Everybody else was jazz. Kenny G was there at the release party. Tower of Power horns. We wrapped the album up on my birthday, November 1st. No, it's on. We wrapped it on Halloween, which is the day before my birthday, and it was Andy's birthday the day before that. So these guys were calling him, like Barry Manilow and Clive Davis, saying happy birthday. He'd go, hey, kid, and that's, this Manhattan accent, come here. And so this guy wants to talk to you. It was Barry Manilow. Hi, Matt. He was so pleasant. And same with Clive Davis. Really great guys, huge guys in the industry. And it really lifted me up, man. He taught me a lot about publicity. He offered me a job working for him at MCA. I was just turned 21. I had no money. And he told me, you're not going to make any money as a musician, kid. So I turned down a great job in publicity, and I've been doing publicity ever since for free. Well, for me. But I learned a lot from him. He's great. I could call him up. Then he took over to Universal. He ended up retiring as the senior vice president of the Universal Music, the whole shebango. But so I decided, hey, I got great write-ups in Castbox and Billboard magazine, and I decided to just call the band The Ravers. I can do anything with that music. I don't have to do just the Wild Dogs type metal. I can do pop. I can do new wave. I can do punk. I can do Motorhead type metal, Judas Priest metal, and that's what's on this record. And this 27 songs I've got are, with real drummers from all around the world. A lot of them have YouTube channels, and it was great to play with great drummers. They sent me the tracks on recording in the studio, and I'm off. And other guys I know, just kind of, who wants to do it? So give me a beat, that 120 BPM, ba-ba, and a couple weeks later, I get it. Anyway, it's called Curse of the Wild Dogs. It's on U.S. Metal Records, and unless there's a big demand, it's going to be just on streaming and download, because it's the 21st century. Get with the program, man. So, Spotify, Pandora, Apple iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon, and they're on 300 sites. I have 57. This will be number 58. 7 albums out right now. After I finish these 3, I've got a funk-based album, and I'm going to try to get my friend Kurt Green to play some keyboards on it, and it'll be funky, and that'll be fun. I don't have to stick to one thing, because why? It's like if Jackson Pollock only did the paintings where he dropped paint from a ladder. If you take a look at Van Gogh. He had a whole different period when he didn't do the Impressionism. And anyway, I learned a lot from art history. My girlfriend being an art history major, and I would tag along, and I realized art is art no matter what. And none of these guys died rich. They got rich after they got dead. And so I figured, well, I'll make as much music as I can now. And if I make money along the way, great. If not, I'll leave a large body of work and a large body, which is slightly less large than it was 10 years ago. About 100 pounds light. And so we've been working. We worked till 1 o'clock in the morning last night, and we got 4 tracks of guitar. They got 3 tracks of bass on some of them, and so we had to mix all those down to submix. And wow, the guitar sound huge, and I'm pretty happy with these songs. Best group of songs I've written in quite a while. And with the Ravers, my whole approach, I decided I get bored easily listening to music. That's why I like rap, and I like Snoop Dogg. It's repetitive. So I thought, I'll do songs with 2 parts, maybe 3, no intro, no la-di-da, no, I just trim the fat off the songs, so it's all just music, not wasted time. I don't want to waste your time, and hopefully you'll like it. It's a kind of a new style. It's really, Bob Dylan did it. Rappers do it every day. And, well, that's all I got to say. The new album, Curse of the Wild Dogs, will be coming in about a month. We've just released Mental Pollution, and that's out on all the download and stream sites, and YouTube. You can always listen to every one of the albums that I release on YouTube, because my distributor makes a song for every song on a CD, a video of every song. So, and they're CD Baby. Yeah, great company. They're from Portland, Oregon, and I've been with them for 25 years now. So I'm Matt Mccourt. Visit usmetal.com, and we'll see you later. I'll be the guy that looks like me.